Hey, what's going on, everybody? I really wanted to shoot this video because I've been coming up to some roadblocks in my own business, realizing that in servicing other people I stopped taking care of myself. So I wanted to shoot this for myself and also for you guys because I felt like this could be something beneficial for you to learn how to shoot 30 days of content of your own objects and materials that you have so that you can take care of it all in one day. So a lot of these objects you already have, but we're going to head over to Staples first and grab a couple things that we're going to need, and then we're going to get shooting. I'm going to show you what I'm shooting, the way that I'm shooting it, and a couple little tips and tricks you can use for yourself along the way. So I hope that you enjoy this, and let's get going. So this is my collection of stuff that I have compiled on my countertop that I'm going to be shooting today. And the reason why I have some of the objects I have is because they tell a lot about me and my story. For example, this coral I got in Hawaii, and my dog ended up being named Coral, which is a really cool story I can tell you about later. And a lot of this stuff has meaning and helps me tell my story. So I really wanted to gather a lot of visual things that I can use to shoot and tell my story with. So I would encourage you to collect objects and materials that are part of your story so that you can connect with your audience in an authentic way. Here are a couple other things, all my journals over the years, some books that have changed my life, photos of Coral. Come on, guys, out! Outside! Good girls. So we're gonna need some white poster board for using the light to reflect so that we can take some really nice bright photos of the objects. And I'm also going to grab a white poster board that we're going to be putting underneath the objects so I have a nice white background for everything that we're shooting. And I also have like this fuzzy jacket that I'm going to use in some photos to make it look comfy and cozy and cuddly, and I think it will look really good. So let's head over to Staples and get that stuff. I'm going to get just a nice white poster board. That's it. Alright, now we've got our poster board, our trifold, and our piece, and this is what it's going to look like. So now I have a poster board set up on this table to capture the light. Then we have a nice little reflection area so you can see how the trifold is going to be really great for that. And that's going to be our photo booth for the day. So I would just recommend starting to play with the style of the different objects you have and find some objects that have meaning to you. Next, let's grab some of my crystals. I've been really loving amethyst lately, and we'll play with some shots on these. You get to have some fun. So if you have a jacket like this, or if you can find stuff like this at like maybe IKEA, just get creative with some of the backgrounds that you have. I'm gonna be creating a lot of content that has brightness to it, so I wanted a white furry background. So let's see how the crystals look on this, just for fun. Cool. Check that out. It just adds another element to it. Have some fun. Throw in some other props that you have that can add anything else to the photo. These are some of my favorite smells, and I would definitely recommend using some things that inspire you or relax you or make you feel like you're taking care of yourself, because all of those things are part of you and part of your story. So the more that you can include the things that you love, the more relatable you are and the more people are going to want to connect with you. Guys, I am having way too much fun with this furry jacket. I mean, what doesn't look good on this? Come on. Look at how beautiful everything looks on this furry jacket. So if you're having trouble deciding on what kind of stuff you should use for your photo shoot, let me show you some of the things that I'm using and the stories behind them, and I hope that this will give you some inspiration for yours. Here's some of my favorite books that led to big transformation and mindset changes in my life. These are all the journals that I've kept in the last 10 years. These are some of my journals and notebooks that I use in my office that are just really cute. Jackets, great backdrop. I have this feather from Hawk. some amethyst. I've just been really drawn to the color purple lately, and I love stones. This is just, you know, one of those fake succulent plants you can add as decor in a photo. You can just imagine all these different objects are explaining your story to the digital realm. The reason why having objects like this is so important is because if they meant something to you at any point in your life, or if they had some significance on a trip that you went on, or they just speak to a certain part of you, all these things are part of your story. And if you can just imagine meeting a stranger, they don't know anything about you. You have to think about it as the same way in the digital realm on Instagram, Facebook, or any other platform that you're on. You are starting a new relationship with someone, so give them the opportunity to get to know you and your story, because really, there's so many services nowadays. What people want is a human experience. So if you can let people get to know you and relate to you, that is where the true power comes in on social media. So the reason why we want to use objects that are meaningful to us is because we want to use those images. Remember, Instagram is an image-driven platform people are scrolling through, to then pique people's interest to read on more. Because remember, it is a digital relationship that we are starting with someone new or deepening with our old followers. So we want to use images to tell our authentic story so that we can become more human in this digital realm. I truly believe that the more authentic that we can be with our stories that we share on social media, the more human that we can become in this digital realm, and just in general, because what this world needs is more people who can show their true colors about how human they are. Not always just everything being perfect or dandy, but really just being human and allowing that true story or authentic story you have to tell to come out. Because people need to feel like they are connected, and when you are human in your truest essence and you're being authentic and you're being genuine, that is what people truly want. If you don't believe me, just think about the images or the stories that you connect with most. It's usually when someone is sharing something vulnerable about themselves. They're sharing the struggles they're going through. They're sharing the things that they have to celebrate in their life. Just think about the things that you love engaging with most, and I'm sure that you'll see the more authentic that they are, the more relatable that they make you feel. And when you feel like you can relate to someone, you feel connected, and it gives you a sense of community. And what we want is to create Instagram to feel like a community and to have followers who want to engage with us because we're telling our story and we're connecting with people who relate on that level. And that's just truly powerful. That's what we need as humans, is more human connection.